What's up, guys? What's up, guys? This is the second trade here that we're entering this week. Feel like most of them balance here. Okay. So yeah, this is the trade that I'm entering today, guys. This is the second trade this week so far on the at least for the Forex pairs, of course. We're gonna talk about indices in like 10 minutes, so we're gonna cover the Forex pairs really fast because I'm gonna start trading indices. We'll talk about Forex as well during the time, but for at least the first 30 minutes of the open, we're gonna be locked in on indices for a little bit. Trying to see what we can get there. I'm not sure why this is not sending this in here. I'm trying to send this in the Discord and Discord is tripping. Discord is tripping. We took an L yesterday. We're going to talk about that in a second. Unfortunately. You're looking for shorts? We fighting today then, brother? We're going to be fighting today because I'm looking for longs. I'm not looking to take shorts anywhere from here. We've invalidated this high right here. We haven't even we took out Asian highs here that filled this imbalance. It's just a lot of liquidity up here now for me. I don't really see any selling bias from up here. This market can still go lower though, because DXY technically is still bullish from this point right here. We see that this is the open, right? This is Friday, and then we can see the market kind of gapped open. So pretty much we've came back and we filled up majority of that gap towards the upside, right? But we also filled an objective up here, and DXY is still bearish to me, of course. So we came up here, we filled this 4-hour imbalance here that we were talking about last week. So since then we've been kind of driving towards the downside. And also the other reason why I'm taking GU longs is because we invalidated this high right here. The reason why this high is important is because that is from Friday. You guys remember the open here, and then look at this impulsive move towards the downside that we have. I was honestly expecting this market to come up here, reject, and continue lower. Just seeing this whole movement towards the downside. So the fact that we were just able to invalidate this so easily without any rejections still tells me that buyers are still kind of taking over this market. This could just be just one huge liquidity sweep here from this move here. All right, and like I said, there's nowhere up here that I'm willing to take sales, and because of that reason, I will take this buy. It's pretty good setup here. We have our manipulation, we have our impulse, we have a change of character breaking this high. Yeah, everything follows, so that's why I'm taking that. UCAD was kind of the same thing, but you see that UCAD left. Well, UCAD kind of took us out here, and now it's going higher, which is ironic. If you're in the Discord, you could share that to me in the Discord, or you could just share it to me on Instagram. Either one. My Instagram is G Snipes Official. Boom. Or if you're in the Discord, you can just share it in the group and just at me or tag me so I know it's you and I can look at it. But yeah, this is a loss that we took earlier. Well, that we took yesterday here off of this area here. And I know this market's gonna go higher too, which is the sad part about it. But yeah, we kind of just got liquidated here. You see the market just took us out. This was a demand zone that we're looking at. Pretty much the same setup as you can see here on GU. I'll just kind of explain it. We have the manipulation of these lows here. We have that impulse towards the upside. We had some inducement here as well. So we kind of just checked off all these boxes here. So it was an A setup. So I'm not mad at the trade at all. But that was the setup here, and you can kind of see we just got stopped out. The market's most likely gonna go higher though. We'll try to find another entry for that, but we'd have to create another setup here. So I'm just kind of gonna leave UCAD alone until it creates another setup here, and we'll see what happens there. But GU kind of the same thing as UCAD here. We have a manipulation of Asian lows, impulsive move, all that good stuff, right? But yeah, let me see that setup you're talking about. Let me see what sell setup you're looking for. Not really seeing any reason I would sell GU at the moment. Let's see. Yeah, we're probably just going to be battling each other today, bro. Honestly. Now EU, I'm not looking for longs just yet on EU, guys, because we didn't create the change of character. So you guys remember that same move that happened on GU here that gave us that push lower. Same thing happened here on EU, right? That's the trade that we were taking. We took a sell from here. That ended up hitting take profit very easily since the market kind of gapped lower. So, you know, we did win that sell. We were talking about on Sunday, I believe we did take that win there on EU. So now what I need, since we took a sell from here, that means sellers are holding this market from this high right here. So in order for me to take this buy setup, especially this here, which you can kind of see looks the same, right? Looks the exact same thing for GU here. The reason why I'm taking GU and I'm not taking EU is simply because of this high right here, right? GU broke the high, EU did not break the high. So that's the difference between one rule, which means one of them confirmed the rule, the other one did not confirm a rule. So that's why we're not taking EU. Even though the setup looks the same, it did not confirm all the rules. All right, so once we do break this high though, I will start looking for aggressive entries on EU to just take out all of this liquidity up here. Starting with these highs here, and then just going into these highs over here. Once we do break that high though. Until then, just gonna be kind of chilling because we can still come lower, right? Structure is still holding from this high to this low. All right, so we got to be careful there. If this market ends up just taking down and we break this low here, I'll actually look for that short opportunity towards the downside and, you know, just trying to create new lows here if that happens, right? But for the time being, we're not seeing that confirmation just yet. So I do think we can go higher, but once we do break the high, we will take that entry and we'll look for aggressive buys. I'm actually already speculating a trade potentially here. We're feeling some of this imbalance here. We've tapped into it. So let's say this market continues moving higher, you break this high and potentially we get to this high, then I'll just use this area as my next buying opportunity to take this market into these highs and into those highs, right? that's a picture perfect scenario. You guys know how the markets is though. You guys know, right? That's a fantasy. We'll see. Hopefully it creates that. That'd be a picture perfect setup for us. Let's see here. AU. So AU as well. We're kind of still in this area, but we're exiting the range here a little bit. We created another change of character, which I don't even know how many change of characters AU has been given so far, guys. It's been crazy here. We just been going back and forth, back and forth. I'm gonna talk about some crypto too here, because I'm gonna start I want to start looking at some coins to throw some money in here on crypto shortly. That's what I want to see here on AU. Can you accept my message? Were you on? What did you message me on? Instagram? Let me check real quick. Okay, I see. Yeah, go ahead and share it to me, man. I can just pull it up right here. What is John sharing? Nice sales. We'll talk about gold in a second. And this is about to open up. Okay. AU. Indices. All right. Hopefully GU treats us nice today. We need it. We need it. Yeah, so AU, I'm really looking to take AU long as well, since we did break this high too. This is just very, very aggressive move here, and this is kind of real price action as well. This was Monday open, just that big major move towards the downside, and we just immediately just did not respect this move at all. So that just shows me we have weak sellers, or this is just a forced manipulation towards the downside. Either way, that just shows us that sellers are weak here. So I am looking for longs here on AU once we do get a proper setup. UCHF looks pretty nice as well. Came back, we filled this gap here. Hopefully we can get something as we're going higher. Hopefully we can get something that gives us that buy opportunity. Something like that would really just be this. Right, quick manipulation here. When we get that impulse, breaking this high or breaking that high, and we can just take those longs since we are tapping into this area here. UJ not pretty clean today. There goes my alarm. Let me see. Gold. All right, we're gonna pivot into indices for a quick second. Let me see. I like ACAB. I haven't taken a trade on ACAD in like months. So if we confirm this setup here, this will be our first trade here. Yeah, that'd be nice because we'd break this high right here. GCAD. What are you doing, GCAD? What are you doing? Oh, chef too. Eurochef is actually another really good one that I'm looking at. We're having nice manipulations. As you can see here, we had a nice manipulation lower right there, taking out all these lows. I was actually going to take an entry from here until I noticed today what we were doing. We're forming another potential setup here. We rated these lows early on. We tapped into this small imbalance. I was really hoping for us to come deeper. This is where I would have took that buy entry if we did come down here, but we're kind of already just respecting this area here. We're still like very heavy bullish pressure. So if we can hold an imbalance right here, that's the main thing. I need us to hold one of these imbalances here. That's a nice 4-hour candle. That'd be a nice wick to take an entry off of. Let's go to the 30-minute. The 30-minute also has a nice imbalance here. Hopefully we can hold that, and all we need is just to break it as high, and I'll start taking an entry from here, and we will target these highs over here. Okay, so eChef is definitely something I'm looking for. I'll actually move it up in the list because it's doing a lot better than I thought. EU. All right. Yeah. UCAT is going to be a funny thing to look at. All right, let's jump into these guys. Let's see what's going on today. We don't have anything. Shouldn't have anything. FOMC members. Nothing that should disrupt us too much. All right, longs. I'm bullish still on indices, and just bullish on these in general. So I am looking for longs. We already took out Asian lows early on, so just seeing this right here is just crazy. Yes. Oh yeah. US 30 has been so ugly versus like NAS and let's put this full screen here. Yeah, US 30 has been so ugly versus everything else. It's insane to me. Just to open it today, right here. Nvidia doing very well. Finally broke out of this high. Yeah, Nvidia is doing insane. If you invested into Nvidia, you invested into Nvidia down here, guys, you got a great entry. Spectacular entry here. I had a nice discount. Very nice discount. Pretty good. All right, so yeah, we should see a bullish NAS today, at least. Nice open, yes. Nice open too here. Do have a little bit of divergence here earlier this morning, as you can see here with these highs, but we're finally coming back to take out these highs. 3 more minutes here. Should look for this here. Early on. tapped into this 1 hour here. Pretty nice. Nice. Go to 30-minute. Yep. Yeah. Looks like we're taking longs today. We tapped into the 15-minute as well. Okay. Okay. And just look at US 30. It's just being the bad apple. I'm waiting for this candle to close here. And create this imbalance here. Once we do that, we'll look for some longs here off of that area. Targets. These highs, of course. What else do we have? What's going on? All right, there's another target right there. Where's my imbalance? Balance got destroyed here. So NQ might have to be the move then. Yeah, let's see if we can get into that. S30 still ugly. Yes, it is. Not surprised. Let me check you out, bro. So have you checked the buys, bro? The sell. Hold on, brother. Give me 1 second. Let me see what you sent me. Yeah, nah, it's gonna be the move. Send me that. Anan, send me that. I think that's how I pronounce your name. So I can visually see. So you're taking longs and you're taking a short on GU? I appreciate that, Red Dragon. Ikoff is a beautiful thing. It is, honestly. All right, so tapping off of this. If we break this high, we'll get in here. We'll see. But okay, let's just go to GU real quick. These are not really moving that much right now. You're talking about this redistro right here, right? You're looking at this as a manipulation here, and you're looking at this like that, right? All right, the reason why I am not counting this area, Reason why I am not looking like at this like that is just because of this, bro. Just because of this. You know what that looks like to me? That reminds me of UCAD right here. Remember, we were taking sales from UCAD right here, and we're forming the same thing. The market did going lower, right? You can see the market did go lower, but can't ignore the liquidity, bro. I can't ignore it. I can never ignore it. Right? So just because of that reason right there, that's why I'm not looking for sales. If it was a much cleaner move, a much impulsive move, something better, maybe. But just because of that reason. So yeah, just because of liquidity. That's the only reason. It's because of the liquidity. Let me see. The way you marked it. Yeah, it looks nice. It looks good. It looks good. I understand why you're looking at it that way. This looks like a sweep. This looks like that push higher. It looks like that move lower. I understand it. Right? Just that one huge big move. Now, if we would have gotten a better down move, then okay. Right? But since that move was weak at the highs here, I believe sellers right here are their best opportunities to really take aggressive sales to the downside. So just because that it was kind of struggling, I don't believe we have very, very strong sellers here. Let's get back over here. Come on, TradingView, don't do this to me. All right. TradingView is trying to get me to miss this trade. What's ES looking like? Come on, TradingView, lock in, lock in. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. Figure out what's going on. Oh. No buys from there. So where are we coming to? Where are we coming to? I still think we go higher today. Just from where? S&P does not look bad. 15 minutes. Where do we come higher from? Or where are we targeting? That should be another question too, because we still might have nice divergence here. We might have to look for some shorts, guys. Hold on. Hold on. 7:30. It's 8:30. Where is 7:30? 7:30 is right here. Okay, they both swept the highs here. 7:30. That's created 8:30. Right here. That's at 1 o'clock from yesterday. That's 1 o'clock from yesterday. Okay, yeah, we still have divergence here. Okay. Well, if we can invalidate this gap here and I can see a bearish gap, I'll actually look for a short today and take us down here into that 30-minute. Oh, we already got it. previous high. We got a nice distribution. 2, 3. Pretty nice. We got divergence. Okay. Delete that real quick. I started looking ugly. It's great. Nah, this is insane. Let's go to the 1 hour. 1 minute real quick. Let's see. Where's Cello at? I gotta see if he took anything today, actually. Cello. Man, don't do this. It's not what we wanted to see here. Not without us in the trade. Not without us, XPX. Not without us. That's great. That's great, 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 great. Same thing here. Some people probably took this inversion too. Gotta love indices, guys. Gotta love them. Yeah, I know some people probably, but you don't really have that here, except for this 5 minute. You gotta be you gotta be insane to take that inversion off of this. I'd be a madman. No, someone did it though. I'm gonna see it on Instagram soon. I am going to see it. This one wasn't bad. This is not bad. I still would have taken ES though. This is not bad. Well, US 30, it might be your day to shine today. Might be US 30's day to shine for me. And it gave me no setup yesterday or Monday, so let's come and feel this today. Failed, not failed. 5 more minutes. Macro opened. Yep, seems like one of those days, guys. If it comes back and we can get a sell opportunity, great. If not, I'm gonna be looking for a long down here inside of this area right there. I could probably slim that down. We have smaller imbalances inside of here too, like that 15 minute there. If we get a reaction off of that, we'll see. And then we have this down here, but this is just one huge imbalance right here. So I'll just be looking inside this general area in general. Other than that, yeah, other than that, seems like we are falling out of the sky here. I'm gonna give these guys a little time to really breathe. Have another nice 5 minute potentially here as well. It's a huge one, but I really want to take XPX today because of this divergence though. That's why I'm mainly looking at XPX. It has an extra confluence that just NAS just doesn't have already, so we'll see. NAS is still holding this, so we could still go higher. We could still go higher. ES has never made a high either, but we did manipulate these lows already. But we haven't made a high yet, so we'll see. This is going to determine whether we go higher or lower today. If we reject off of this area here, I will take the short. If not, if we break it or we close inside of this, it's just we have aggressive, then I will actually just take a long. We'll see. See how that goes. That's 30. All right. Let me see what you guys talking about here. Set equal lows. ACAT, I got you. We'll go to the ACAT. I'm gonna let these guys breathe for a little bit. You set equal lows on ES? Where? Where's the equal lows, Adrian? Where do you see him at, man? Give me the price point. So we're looking at the same thing. I'll wait on that for a second. Hey, there we go. We need more of that out of you, Gio. A lot more. Once we get to this high, guys, I'm gonna go reduce risk, maybe even break even, almost break even. When we get the 1 to 2, we'll go break even, but I'm gonna go at least reduce risk at this high. Five, 8, 9, 6. Okay, I got you. Hold on. Let me talk about ACAD real quick. ACAD, I'm looking for longs. It's asking about ACAD. Deepak, looking for longs on ACAD, bro. We swept these lows here. We swept London lows. I'm seeing a nice accumulation right here. This is what you were asking about. I see. This is what you were asking about me earlier. Sorry, bro. I didn't remember to look at your message. The third drive makes up breaker structure. So you're looking at this here. Honestly, you could do that. Not gonna lie to you. You could, if that is part of your rules here, and you're only trading these 3 drives. This is a nice accumulation. So once we do break this high here, that will confirm this accumulation. We did sweep some lows here. Me personally, I have one more confirmation that I need from this, which would just be us breaking this high. So once we do confirm that, I just need the market to crawl its way up here, and then I'll take the trade from this area here, and then we'll take this higher. But if you want to get in earlier than that, right, if you're more of an aggressive trader, you guys know I trade intraday here when it comes to pairs. But if you're more an aggressive trader and once we break this high right here, once we break this high right here, you can look for those entries maybe out of here. Yeah, potentially just out of here in general. You can just look for that, push it higher, right? I can see that. I can see that definitely going higher. But we're missing some confirmations from me. A lot of confirmations, actually. We're missing the manipulation. We're missing the impulsive move. We're missing imbalance. We're missing external closer. We're missing this. We're missing that. All we have is the manipulation. So, trade score on this, not good. I don't know why it's not updating it, but trade score on this is not good. I can just take all of these out. There it goes. Foul, foul. There you go. 29%. No. No trade. Oh, market's going crazy right now. I see these percentages are jumping. UCAD, 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 UCAD. I needed this move to happen yesterday when we were in the trade. That would have been amazing. It looked like it doesn't matter where I put my stop loss, it would have came down anyways. All right, NQ. Okay. Rejected off this area here. You said 5, 8, 9, 6, 7, 5. These here. Oh, so you're looking at hold on. Hold on. There's somewhere else where we can look at this at. I'm gonna make sure we're on the same thing here because these are not the same. It's like ugly. Someone has this that I used to use. So not the ones that I used before. Might have been this one. I'm not sure. What are you using for your data? Talking about these relative equal lows right here. Yeah, it has to be these lows you're talking about right there. Yeah, these are London session lows, bro. So yeah, either way the market wants to really go. Doesn't really matter. As far as the shorts, I'm gonna require a little bit more confirmation when it comes to these shorts because not gonna lie to you, I am really a buyer here. That was my bias once I started looking at these. That's been my bias so far. So I'm gonna need the market to prove to me that it wants to go lower. So once we get into this 5 minute, I'm gonna look for a rejection or something. Right now we're just kind of moving back and forth. Yeah, US 30. Where's the open? We haven't even moved away from the open, I believe. Yeah, opens right here. We move lower just a little bit. We haven't broke the high nor the low. 30-minute. No, 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 DXY. That's not what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted to see here, though. Let's see here. 19 pips to what ratio? Could be a little bit more aggressive if we wanted to, but we'll go with the safer entry. We'll take it off the imbalance. We'll go with the safer entry here. Manipulation, we got an impulse, imbalance. So let's see here. We're following 1 hour structure here. We got the change of character. We got our manipulation. We're getting our impulsive move right now. We're leaving some imbalance, impulsive move, imbalance. We don't have an external. We don't have a body closure, and we don't have inducement. Right now we're at a 57. So we need the break of the high here. Boom. With a 30-minute body closure. And then, yeah, we don't need inducement, so we'll be all right. GU, I need you to lock in. I was expecting this to be a smooth ride today. And see, that's why I didn't take EU too, because EU is still reacting off of this area. And that would just be too much risk on just one move. I like ES better, so we'll pay attention more to ES. And if US30 wants to finally make a move for us, I will be waiting at that high. I have a lot of liquidity up here that we can come and take. Nowadays. Why am I not using 3 drive and Wyckoff? So I do. Just not in the same way that I used to. So when I use Wyckoff now, I use Wyckoff for directional bias. So I can't erase Wyckoff from my mind since I've traded it for like 3 years. But what that means is, so what I noticed is the main reason why is I was losing a lot of entries just because of the time that I trade. So I would say London session and New York session together, if you're trading solely Wyckoff, then I would say the most optimal way to trade Wyckoff and to get consistent entries on a, you know, I wouldn't say on a daily basis, but you know, on average would be if you're trading both sessions. Where I'm at, I'm in the US, so I can't be up for both sessions or I'm going to lose lots of sleep, right? So what I noticed is a lot of times when the market would come mitigate a demand zone, it would either happen, most of the time it would happen during London session. I would notice that, or even if it didn't happen during a London session, New York session would just come in, tap, and then take off, right? And I did not get the schematic, and I was missing a lot of moves like that. I was missing a lot of moves and just a lot of areas like that. So now, depending on what the market cycle is. So now the way I use Wyckoff is I use it for directional bias. So what does that mean? If I see accumulations, I know that we are in a bullish market cycle. If we're in a bullish market cycle, I should be looking for buy opportunities. I should be looking for demand zones. If I'm seeing distributions, so if I'm seeing, for example, if I see a demand zone here, and let's say London session comes in early and we sweep these lows here and we get that 3 drives when I wake up, then I will take that entry, right? So it's not necessarily that I don't use it. It's just I don't prioritize it. So nowadays on a demand zone, I confirm it through other confluences that you see here. That way, whether the 3 drive move happens or not, if it happens, great, that's an extra confluence. If it doesn't happen, the area is still confirmed by these rules. So I'll still also just not miss the trade. I'll just be in a trade. So while I'm sleeping, it'll just activate during London session, and I'll still be in a trade. Or New York session, like I said, sometimes the market would just come in and just leave, not give any setup, right? And I was missing a lot of trades because of that. So I figured it was just better to set limit orders. And for those of you that are able to be on the markets a lot more than me, right? Since I'm only on the markets like during New York session, if you're able to look at the markets during London session, during New York session, during Asia session, great. You can catch those lower time frame moves, and you'll be able to take those 3 drive moves, right? So it really just depends. That's the only reason. It's just a time thing for me. I'm not going to be able to be on the 5 minute, 1 minute, 15 minute during London session looking for a 3 drive move. I got to sleep. I have to sleep, bro. But when it does happen, I like it, right? When it does happen, I do like it. For example, I think some of the trades that we're taking today are based off Wyckoff, right? This right here is a accumulation. We have 1, 2, 3 drives. Look at the time that this happened though, right? You can see this is a perfect example. Look at the time that this happened. This is during London session. Where's another one? EU, same thing here, right? This is a type 2 schematic. We have all of these lows here. Boom. Look at the sweep, at the push. We mitigate. Boom. London session. eChef. We have a distribution up here that got invalidated, but we just swept these lows. Hold on. I think there is another one. UCAT. Ugly one, but it's still something. Right? 1, 2, 3. Boom. We confirm the high. London session. You see what I mean? London session usually manipulates and usually will create that move majority of the time. Sometimes New York session does, but sometimes it's like less probability during New York session. $30-minute closure here. 30-minute closure. But yeah, trust me, man. Wyckoff is still part of my trading plan, right? That's how I get my directional bias. That's how I know what direction I'm looking for the market to go in. So for example, here, this is a redistribution. If the market breaks this high here, I know that the sellers that were selling the market here are weak and these buyers are stronger. So I will continue looking for buys, even though the structure is still bearish, right? Just the fact that the schematic itself is getting invalidated, that tells me that buyers are currently in control of this market. So I should be looking for demand zones. So that's just a quick example right there. But that happens kind of in my mind. I don't necessarily say that. It's just I'm so used to seeing the schematics already. UJ was a trade based off of a schematic too. Even though we had the manipulation, this was really the real reason I would have really wanted to take this trade is because of this right here. I already have it marked out. Invalidation of supply. What does that mean? We have a 1, 2, 3 drives. This is a distribution here. And since we didn't take out Asian lows, you see Asian lows is all the way down here. We didn't take out Asian lows, but we have a distribution up here. So that distribution is showing sellers, right? Once the market invalidates that, that tells me that these buyers here, and you can see the accumulation is down here as well. So we have a distribution here, and then we have an accumulation right here. Here's your 1, 2, 3 drives right there. And you see the market mitigates that, and we take off. That's your accumulation right there. So you see we have an accumulation here that invalidates a distribution right here, and the market pushes higher. That's why this area was a demand zone for me, and I was looking for buys inside this area, right? That's just layers underneath this kind of just entry checklist. So that way, when I look at this entry checklist, I don't really have to go in and really do all of this extra work. It's kind of already kind of like synced together, if that makes sense. But you can see how you can go like layers deep into this, and why I was even looking at this area. So yes, definitely I still use Wyckoff. It's definitely a big part. It's just I don't use Wyckoff necessarily for like strictly entries anymore. I used to just strictly entries, but the entries happen randomly. So I just rather set limit orders now. That way I don't miss easy trades. But yeah, you see inside of this, there was that accumulation, that invalidated distribution, right? But the way I look at it now is it makes it so much easier because, right, for a new person that's trading, or someone that doesn't necessarily understand Wyckoff as much, or doesn't want to, you know, break it down like that, it's easier to look at it like, okay, we have a manipulation of these lows here. We have an impulsive move. We have an imbalance. We have a break of the high, right? That's much more easier for someone to kind of see than going down here and breaking down distribution, accumulation, and everything. Unless that's what you're interested in, that's different. But it just makes it easier to the eye for most people. Trading is already hard enough. I don't want to make it more complicated for the newbies. Ah, look at that. We're going higher. Hold on. Hold on. We might. Honestly, are you serious? Let me make sure I'm not tripping here. Ah. You can't be serious. My alert didn't even go off. Okay, Nas. Okay. For some reason, I just don't trust in sellers today. I just don't trust them today. Don't know why. But this looks like a nice distribution now, so we'll see. Might take a sell here on NAS in a second, depending on how this candle reacts here. Okay. What do you want to do in video? What do you want to do? Have a lot to fill. Let me get this ready. Let me get this ready. This is going to determine it all for me. Right here. This area right here. It's already 10. 10-16. Our window is closing. Technically, I can trade these into 12, but I really like to get an entry before 11. I really need DXY to continue lower. That would just invalidate a lot. Hopefully we just get a rejection from here or something. It's a nice bearish candle. It's a nice fill of imbalance here. Yeah, let's just come a little bit lower. Let's fill these. Let's fill this right here. Because EU and GU are not nice right now. I didn't want no drawdown. I'm gonna throw this in the journal too. It's crazy. DXY is not playing nice today. That's what's going on with GU, bro. I really expected DXY to continue lower. Which, I mean, it still can. That's why we have a stop loss. If it hits stop loss, it hits stop loss, bro. I'll look for... This is not what I want to look for shorts in, though. I want to look for shorts in EU. So, if I really want to see us break this low, if we can break this low here on EU, I'll look for shorts. But I'm not looking for shorts on GU. I'm still bullish on GU, bro. No matter what, honestly. My bias is not changing there. Simply put, I just don't think we should have taken out these highs, and there's just too much liquidity up here for me. It's an A setup, so if it loses, it's just a losing trade, bro. Take the next one. That's why I'm looking at E-Chef as well. I want to take E-Chef towards the upside, right? Each trade has the same criteria. So the same trades that I took to win a trade is the same criteria that I take to lose a trade. So blame the trading plan, not me. I'm just following my trading plan. So I just blame the trading plan, man. I'm just following my rules. Whatever happens, happens. Can't control it. But I really want to take something on indices today. I think we are going lower. All right, we're going to take a short here on this. Once we break this low, You're talking about your short. Well, it looks like your short is playing out for you. I still think we go higher, but it's good that you got your short though, bro. Set that right there. Invalidation of demand. Yeah, we're on the wrong side of probabilities today, man. The XY does not want to go lower. Hey you, what can we do with you? Still not out of the trade yet. We could turn around here. We've seen this happen before. It happened on UCAD. But with the pressure today, it doesn't look like it. So I'm gonna just go ahead and start. I'm gonna journal this right now though. Journal this right now. Have a change of character, structure, liquidity, impulsive move, imbalance, external break, right there, right there, right there. Body closure, 30 minutes. Body closure. Nope, body closure right there. We got two body closures here. Got external body closure. Do we have inducement? No, we do not. No inducement. Okay. Manipulation, Asian lows. Of Asian lows. Boom. Right here. This was three. Of news. Change of characters. Well. Impulsive move. Candle closures. 1, 2, 3. Impulsive move. Manipulation lows. Candle closures. All right. Yeah, I'll just journal that right now. I'm gonna download that. Boom. Add that to the screenshots. We'll throw that in the journal. %86 score. EU mitigate imbalance. DXY, are you turning around? This is what I like to see. Rejection off of the 1 hour. Let's hold that, please. This could be a nice distribution here. We're gonna manifest it here, guys. We're gonna manifest this distribution. We have our boom, we have our primary supply, we have our buying climax, we have our secondary test, we have our up thrust, UTAD, potentially, and then this will confirm the distribution. You guys see how much like lettering that is, how confusing that can be to some people. Yeah. We have also a minor sign of weakness right there at that low, but we can just look at it as 1, 2, potentially 3. We need this. We need that. Trading is so crazy. Oh, thank you. What are we doing? Yeah, I might not take a trade today, guys, on indices. We'll see. It's almost 11. 30 more minutes. If we're still stuck like this until 11, I don't know. They might just be over. Apple looking good. Apple is looking good. That's why US 30 is moving. Came back when we mitigated again. Anybody have any pairs? I need some setups. I need some setup to make up for these losses. So far, we're down 1% on the week from UCAT. Hopefully, we turn around right here on GU. Praying it does. You, Chef, I need you to confirm the trade, bro. What are you doing? Oh, no, no. Needed to break the high first. Probably would have just took this here. I don't see anything on JPY pairs this week so far, guys. Not gonna lie. GJ, looks kind of ugly. Since like after we took that buy from down here, since then it's just been kind of pushing higher. We're not seeing too much manipulations here. There's nothing that I really want to take a buy from. Not even this area down here. Just simply, this is just a mitigation. I don't really have a manipulation down here. I do see we do have the imbalances and everything, but we're missing a buy. Let's see what that's about. Check that out in a second. Let me zoom into that. Is that something we really want to take a buy from? What's down here? Let's see. Let's zoom in. Do have an accumulation down here. Remember, who was that guy that was asking me about these accumulations? You see what I'm talking about? Every accumulation that we've seen so far that, you know, actually played out. Look at the time it's happening. This is London session, bro. There's a mitigation right there. That's that impulse. And this is a perfect example of that too. This is a demand zone, right? This is a point of interest. So look to see what time the market came inside of this point of interest. London session, and here's your 3 drive move, bro. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, sorry. 1, 2, 3. I have to go down a little bit more to see it, but you can kind of see what I'm saying, right? There's that 3 drive move for you, man, right there. One, 2, 3, right there. There's the break of the high, and you take your entry off of that there, and the rest is history, bro. The rest is history. So yeah, and you see, if I was waiting for that, and I wake up, when do I wake up? Right about here. Well, I guess you could say I could have taken this if I came to here early enough. I would have been able to take this. But usually this kind of move does not happen for me often, so usually I'll just miss that. And the market would just go away, leaving me. That's why I just take limit orders now, so I don't have to worry about that. All right, ES is a lot better. We'll just take ES if we get that. If we get that. Market is still playing around with our stop loss. I'm watching it. I'm watching on the other screen right now for GU. It's so close. It's not even funny. It's not even funny how close it is. Watch me get manipulated and go higher. Just like you, Cad. That'd be amazing. That'd be a great start to the week. I'm gonna add this in the journal too. Yeah, it's over. It is over. There goes the notification right there. Order filled. In the wrong direction. make sure I go take a screenshot of it in a second. This was Asian range. Yeah, Asian session liquidated us. I mean, London session liquidated us here. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. 4-hour manipulation, impulse, imbalance, and external break. And we have inducement. Hold on. This is looking. Nah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm not gonna take anything on indices today, guys. Indices, that's moving too slow for me. So, yeah. Let's download that again. Let's get rid of all that. So can you draw some Wyckoff schematic for us? Both sell and buy. Hold on, I got you, man. Give me 1 second. Let me journal these real quick. Make sure I'm not missing any limit orders here. Please do not do this to you, please. If you're gonna take us out, at least go lower. Please. I see we do have a huge imbalance right there. Do we tap into that? I mean, we already filled imbalance here as well. Please don't do this. Let me take a screenshot. One more screenshot of this being a loss. I'll just do this. It's easier. All right. And let me send that to the Discord. They're not going to be happy about that one. But I'm not happy either. Yeah, I think the markets are mad at me about last week. We had too much winning setups last week. The markets are getting back at me now. It's funny. All right, eChef, you are our only hope. I think eChef is the next closest trade that I'm gonna take. Everything else still needs to give some more movements. I'm gonna put GU in timeout for now. Delete that. I'll leave it like this though. Let me do this here. I will do this just in case we create a sell setup, just in case. If it's clean enough, we'll take it. But I am still very, very intrigued in buys. You guys can quote me on this. I still think we're going to take these highs here. I wasn't wrong on UCAD. We're going to take these highs. Just a matter of when. Win. And EU is creating an accumulation, which I do not like, because that means that DXY is still here. Still there. Why is still there? All right, let me move this. You said you want some schematics. Schematics, I got you. Hold on. Let me make sure. Let me just double check. Yep, indices are still ugly today. I'll just do it here while these are just sitting here. You see? Yeah, there's no point in trading indices today. They don't know where they're going. All right, so bearish schematic. Well, an accumulation should look like this, right? Of your first drive. Well, a picture perfect accumulation is gonna look like this. All right, that is a picture perfect accumulation. Boom. Now, the price action might look a little bit like this, though. Let me show you. All right, the price action itself might come down, and let me see. Is there something I can use to? I'm gonna draw it. Price action might look like this. Market comes down. That we create that first. Do this. Da, 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 boom. Boom, come back up, boom, pow. These two things are the same thing. So you have boom, that's that primary support. You have your selling climax. This is all going to be secondary tests. That's just going to be liquidity. There's your next drive here. Here's your next drive there. And then here's your last drive, which is your spring. Here's your last drive there. That's your accumulation, right? There's two versions of it. This is what you're most likely going to see on the charts. This is just a picture perfect that you could just picture in your mind. And then you flip that around for the distribution. It's the exact same thing. Distribution means sales. Accumulation, you're looking for buying opportunities. U5, I'm sorry that I tried to trade your market here. You see it running lower? Oh, no. You said AU sell opportunity. Let me look at it, bro. Actually, yes, I was looking at AU a little bit earlier. It does look like a good sell. Where are you looking to take it from, though? That's what I want to know, because I really didn't see somewhere that I wanted to take AU from so far. I don't even want to look at these markets right now, man. I really don't, because I know exactly what's happening right now on GU, and But yeah, I do want to take this lower. It's just a matter of where, right? We just traded into this imbalance right here, so I feel like the lower prices have already I feel like the lower movement's already been like gone, man. So only reason why is because first we didn't create a change of character down here, so technically this market is still bullish from here, right? This low here is still holding this since we did not break this low. We have equal lows, that's great. We have liquidity, great. The market doesn't always come and take liquidity, and if it did want to take liquidity, we would have already taken these lows, right? So we're still technically holding structure. That's the only thing we can go by right now. We have this low here that has broken this high, so technically we should be looking for longs, but I know what you're looking for. I can already see this is a nice distribution right here, right? So when a distribution happens like this inside of kind of this price action, so you see how structure is bullish, but we have a distribution. This is not a distribution that you want to be aggressive in. Reason being, hold on. Hey, yay. Hopefully you chef can come and save us today. I'm gonna put this here. All right, but let's get back to AU. So yeah, the selling opportunity was during London session this morning. I pissed back too much. The selling opportunity was during London session this morning, bro. Delete that. So because your goal here was to take sales into this imbalance, that's the only area that I would say the market can come down into and fill. I don't see no reason for the market to come this low at the moment, just because of the structure and the fact that we didn't make a new high yet. Like I said, the distribution, you want to be careful with these type of distributions. I actually love seeing these. I'm gonna tell you why, because if we're in a bullish structure here and you see a distribution form, if this market invalidates this distribution here, this is an easy A+ setup for me. I would just take my entry off of the sweep of these lows, and I know that it's a distribution that got invalidated. Also, if we mitigate here, what you want to do is you want to take the second entry. So don't take this first entry here off of this distribution. You want to take the second one. Reason why is because structure is still bullish. That's why structure is still technically bullish. We're still technically going higher. So you want to be careful on this. The second mitigation here would be if the market comes up here and you see we get a rejection and we make a new low, fine. Take the next entry, take this lower, right? Or you could do it another way, right? We come up here, we mitigate, boom. Once we break this low, if you're okay with a huge stop loss, right, you could just boom, take a sell order there, stop loss at the high, or however you want to do it, right? Or you can zoom into here on the lower time frame. So many different ways. You can zoom in here on the lower time frame. Let's say the market gives you another distribution schematic. Okay, right? You could take a sell there, probably go like 0.5% risk, you know, go a little bit smaller risk here, since this is still just this is a low probability distribution because it's not aligning with structure. All right. It's just on the opposite side of the current order flow that's going on, as you can see. So that's the reason. Honestly, if this market wanted to sell, this would have been the best area for this market to sell at, because you can see we have just a huge wick towards the upside. So I would have loved for the market to sell out of here. If we would have seen that, I would have actually looked for some sales. But since that was a big indicator to me that sellers are not that strong, so the fact that we're seeing this distribution here is kind of just wonky, right? It's just not a high probability distribution. But you can still take sales out of there. You just got to take that extra confirmation. That's what I would do if I was looking for sales here. Personally, me, I'm gonna wait for this. If we mitigate this and we go lower, fine, I'll look for sales. But my idea right now, just based on what I'm seeing, I'm thinking we go higher. EU mitigates the imbalance. GU goes ahead and sweeps me out and liquidate me. AU, UCAD's going higher, UCHEF higher. Nice. That's nice. Take out these highs here. UJ comes back. We fill. I need these JPY pairs to really give me something here, man. Ah, this looks great. This looks great. All right. E-Chef. It's 19. About a 1 to 3. That takes us to the high. All right, don't go too far, E-Chef. Don't go too far. Do not go too far. I need these highs to stay. I mean, either way, I'm going to take the trade, but it would be nice for us to take the trade into the highs rather than us already taking them out. Why so aggressive here? Euro. I haven't looked at this market in too long. I see why I don't look at this market too. A lot of ranges. Lots and lots and lots of ranges. Let's see if this is just a Euro thing or this is just Chef being weak. Odd Chef looks like ACAT a little bit. Looks better than ACAT though. A little bit better than ACAT. Have a long ways to go. Yeah, the markets are definitely just mad because there's no way, bro. This is the second day this happened. UCAD and AU, both these did the exact same thing 2 days in a row. And indices are still being trashed today. It's almost 11. What will you do, Nas? What will you do? Video's looking good. Okay. Hold on. Might have something here. We closed in this gap. This gap did not work out. See if we can get this 5 minute here. Let me look at the 1 minute real quick. I gotta see. Respecting here. Respected. Didn't mitigate. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. US 30. Nothing. A lot of red. Lots and lots, a lot of red. Gee, he was breaking my heart, man. It's breaking it. Breaking it, breaking it. Anybody got some any setups? Anybody looking at something different here? Any questions? One of those weeks. One of those weeks. One of those weeks. 21 seconds. Just need a candle closure, and I will set this limit order. 12. 5 seconds. All right, we're good. And we got a 1 hour closure too. All right, yep, we're good. So yeah, limit order is going right here off of this imbalance. Let's go ahead and let's look at the checklist one more time. Okay, we have order flow, which is 1 hour structure towards the upside. Let's see here. We have a 1, 2, change a character, high, low, high did not make a low, high did not make a low. Boom, change a character, confirmed. Right there, another internal change of character, right? That's a change of character for the structure. This is just an internal change of character. And then we have a manipulation here early on. It's higher, have another manipulation. So we're following structure. We have manipulation. We have our impulse. We have imbalance. We have external breaks right here. Got another external break here. We got a body closure on the 30 minutes. And we don't have inducement. No inducement. No inducement. So, yep, that'll be the next trade here we're taking today. All right, E-Chef, you are up. Do not act like the others. Do not act like the others. Let's see. Yeah, I told you guys. I know GU is going up. EU, I don't know, but GU, I know GU is going higher, guys. That liquidity, too obvious. It's too obvious. Too obvious. Order off the imbalance. All right, we are locked in on E-Chef. Make sure everything's right. Behind. Make sure everything's good on my screen. Yeah, we're locked in on E-Chef. All right, cool. Limit order is placed. We're gonna set an alert. I'm setting an alert right here, just so I know when this trade activates. All right, come on. I'm on trading view. Come on. All right, cool. ACAD decides to go lower. Nice. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Chef J. JPY pairs. Gold. Not surprised. Told you guys on Sunday, if we broke this low, I see us continuing lower down here. This is going to be your best buying opportunity. This is why I would look for buying opportunities here on gold. And we're coming down there. We are coming into the imbalance here. This is going to be your first like kind of mini area. But honestly, guys, just this general area here on the Fibs. Probably look for something like this. Get that first bounce. Just get a major accumulation, hopefully. This would be a picture perfect accumulation. If we can get something like that, that'd be a nice buy. Nice, nice, nice buy. That you can buy into. Take this higher. Targeting this new high. It'd be nice. Indices are crazy today. Look at this, guys. 1 second we're up, the next second we're down. What is going on? Wow, we actually mitigated this area. That's amazing. It's crazy. What happened? What time did this happen? This happened at 11. What happened today for this to be happening? Nothing's going on. Somebody speaking. Did Trump say anything? Let's check social media. Let's see what's going on. Why this is happening right now. I don't see anything. It's the move today. If that even was the move, watch we just go right back higher. Took out those lows, man. Those equal lows that we were talking about earlier. Well, that he told me about earlier. Yeah, it's one of these days. It's even this. Limit order, limit order, limit order. That's the tab. Let's see if we would have executed this here. Almost. At least break even here. I'm gonna give you guys, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, please let me know. You guys like 5 minutes, 5 extra minutes. I'm not taking anything on indices today. It was just great to watch the price action, but I don't think any of these like moves are gonna last today. You can kind of see how this market's been. It's kind of a late move too. It's 11. I'm okay. I'll just not take a trade today on indices. Wait till tomorrow. eChef is the only other trade that I'm taking, as you guys know. Took a loss this morning on GU. So far, we're down 2% this week. Markets are out to get me this week. Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, so I mean, if you guys don't have anything, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Thank you guys for joining in. Thank you guys for being here. Crazy day, crazy day. Week's been crazy so far. We're gonna turn this around. eChef is gonna turn this around for us. We're gonna have a profitable week. So far, we're down 2%. We're gonna turn it around. It's only Wednesday. Ooh, we're profitable on indices though. So far this week, I'm up around 4-5%. Let me check. I'm up 5% so far on indices, but on the pairs with my main intraday strategy, we're down 2% so far this week. So we're gonna turn that one around though. We gotta have a profitable week on both. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how the market treats us for the rest of the week. But that's pretty much it, guys. It's pretty much it for me. I'm not gonna join this crap show here on indices today. I'll let everyone else deal with that. I'm better off just staying with the profits that I've already made. So it's pretty much it for me, guys. Thank you guys for being here. If you guys have no other questions, I'll be live tomorrow again around the same time, and hopefully by tomorrow when we come back, this trade is already activated and hit take profit. Right? Let's dream about that. I'm gonna dream about that tonight so that can happen. And hopefully we get some more setups, right? I'm not gonna lie to you, pairs are looking kind of this week, right? Just by the open, how we open kind of this week, this just kind of major gap and then this major move. It could be one of those weeks where we don't really get too much setups. I can already see that as well. But we'll see what happens. Last week it started off the same way, where like the first 2 days we didn't get any setups, and then Thursday we just like had a whole bunch of setups that came in. So we'll see what happens. You never know with these markets. All right. But that's pretty much it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys are having a better week. I hope some of you guys are getting some good trades, whether it be some other pairs that you're trading. But yeah, this is kind of just what I've been going through so far this week. So appreciate you guys for joining in, coming in here and trading with me. That's pretty much it for today. I'm going to wrap it up right here. I'm done trading. Not taking anything else. So appreciate you guys for being here. I will see you guys tomorrow, same time. Don't miss out. And peace out. Thank you guys again.